it on now, I guess. Why not? Welcome back, everybody. One of those unconventional days where we kind of work through our lunch. That's what Tom was talking about. You don't work through your lunch and you work for a corporation. You gotta eat. You gotta take that fucking lunch. But when you work for yourself, you have to take interviews whenever you can get the interview. And it just so happens that this interview lands at 12:30. So, and I like that. I like just go like, no, we'll just move it. It's fine.
Yeah.
And it's taken me a long time to get more easy going with the schedule. But now I'm kind of better with it. It's not naturally. I'm not good with that. Naturally, I like a hard schedule. My daughter's like that. Mopar. Don't say Mopar. Mopreme.
Why are you saying any of this?
Don't say Mopar. You know what Mopar is?
No,
that's the auto parts. What is that? Mopar, that's General Motors, isn't it? When you go to buy, some car guy in the chat room, when you go to buy you want only Mopar genuine parts on your
okay.
On your General Motors. Wasn't that Mopar? I'm going to screw it all up now. You may want to have to take this one now because I've Mopar'd myself.
You want me to say it?
Dodge. Ricky says it's Dodge. I think you're right. I think it is Dodge. Oh, my grandpa, Mopar crazy. Mopar everywhere. His whole garage, fucking Mopar.
Oh, quit saying You're definitely going to screw it up.
Look at it. If I just read it directly off of here, Mopreme. Why Mopreme? Should we ask him that or is that disrespectful? Because I think his name is Maurice.
Yeah. Or is it Morris?
Oh, now
Morris.
We've done it. We've really done it. Could be Morris. Remember Morris the cat from Nine Lives? He was the orange cat. Very famous cat, Morris the cat. Mopreme Shakur. He was a founding member of Thug Life and Outlaw Immortals. This Thug's Life. It's already out. You can buy it at Barnes and Noble, or can you get it on Amazon? I should probably look that up.
Yeah. You'd be doing yourself and your business a disservice if you cannot get your product on Amazon.
Does he got an audiobook? I'd love an audiobook of it. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, audiobook. I may do that. It's getting great reviews, too. It's got a 4.7 on here. That's pretty damn good. I wonder why they do that to him, and I wonder if that matters. So if you wanted to buy this book, it's $30. But if you wanted to just get it on your Kindle, it's $14, and then the audiobook is free. How does he benefit from that? The book game sounds harder than the record game. Or the same. Maybe the same. Just as hard.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen what Colette's told us. Like,
it's twisting her up.
Essentially, they're like, the publisher will make your book, but then you got to hey, you got to hustle to sell these things.
She's been out of her mind.
If you hit a certain number in the first 2 weeks, then it puts you in a different category, which they're willing to kick in some marketing for.
Right, they'll match.
And
whatever.
It's and then it's all
and you got to hit markers to even earn that. Thing.
For an unknown person to write a book and be successful, that's some shit I couldn't even understand how you do it. You got to do it like Colette does, is you just hustle.
Well, that's as random as going viral. Like some books do that, where it's a first-time author wrote a book, it's really good, and just through word of mouth, it becomes viral. And
Colette must have spent 50 G's in plane tickets alone,
more than that,
flying around the country, hitting all these podcasts and time. I mean,
I bet she spent $250,000 on that launch. All things said, $250,000. I bet she spent on that launch,
which you will never even make it back.
No,
and she said that before, and then it's like. But still,
she has to take her shot and go full. But you got to go hard.
Yes, and that's the only chance.
You can't fuck off. No.
And then you do, and then I do believe in legacy, in the fact that you accomplished it. You wrote a book. It's out there.
And you did it right.
You did it right.
It may not have been a New York Times bestseller, but you did it right.
And then, but who knows? It's never going to be a bestseller if you don't do all this shit to begin with. Then you have a 1 in 1,000 chance.
But that is true. Okay, what you're saying is true.
Like,
but I also am. There's a big part of me inside my brain when you say, "Well, if you don't do that, then you never will get it." Where I kind of want to just be like, "Well, I don't want to do it anyway." Here he is. We got him. Okay. We got him here. Here he is. Up here. Hello. How are you?
Hey, what's happening, Captain?
How are you doing? Hey, man, thanks so much for the time. We really appreciate that. When Bill said we had the opportunity to talk to you, we freaked out. We think this is so cool. So just right off the rip, congrats on the book launch and everything, and we'll get going right now. We are ready to go, sir.
Right on.
All right. Mr. Van, do you want me to start this one?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. And 3, 2. When we were approached with this, Tom, you and I both kind of freaked out because this is a name that doesn't get tossed around very casually.
Yeah.
Shakur is the name I'm throwing out there. And on the line with us right now, we are getting the ability to talk to him because he has a brand new book out. It's called This Thug's Life. Mopreme Shakur is on the line with us right now. I was watching videos of you at your book launch at Barnes & Noble. Hey, congratulations on your brand new book. And this is a biography all about your life, correct?
Thank you, sir. Thank you. It's memoir. And good morning. Hello, everybody.
Yeah. Well, hey, we appreciate you being here and giving us the time. But, writing a book, when anybody, takes on the task of writing a book or telling their story, that usually means that people have gotten the story wrong, I would imagine. So let's start from there. In this book, I've heard you describe this as sort of a mixture of both musical history, your musical history, Black history. What would you say? What was your starting point when you wanted to tell this particular story?
Starting point, that was kind of hard to figure out, so I just started from the beginning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I started from as a little shorty, and until I lost my brother.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's the cross between Black history and Black music history. So a lot of people have a lot of questions. I had to deal with it first. Tupac ain't got no brother. Pac ain't got no brother. You ain't Tupac's brother. I had to deal with all that shit for several years. So it explains everything.
Why do you think people didn't know Tupac had a brother? Is just because it wasn't talked about at the time of his ultimate fame?
Possibly. And then, I came out first on a song called Feels Good.
Yep.
And, just by myself. So people didn't never see us together in the beginning. So they had a lot of questions.
And you, and if I'm trying to put the timeline together, and you first interacted with Tupac, did you meet him was it 2 years of age that you guys kind of came in and the brothership sort of started forming, right?
Yeah, my father wasn't with my mother anymore. He's with a new lady, and that lady was Afeni Shakur, and she had a son about 2 years old, and I was 6. And my father said, "That's your brother. Hold his hand." And the rest is history,
Wow, man. And at a time, and I was talking with Tom a little bit about this. Your dad is very instrumental when it comes to, and I don't think people know this, but comes to acupuncture, correct? Wasn't that a thing?
Yes, sir. Thanks for mentioning it. He was an acupuncture doctor.
Not only just an acupuncture doctor, I want to make it bigger than that. if I'm correct, he was helping heroin addicts with a alternative form of using acupuncture instead of methadone. Is that right?
Correct, correct. He was kind of ahead of his time, and we come from a family of community organizers and healers, and so that's the track he was on. But it was illegal in New York at the time. Those little needles, they were illegal in New York at the time. So he went to Montreal to learn, then he went to China to learn, and then he brought it back and helped out at Lincoln Detox
Wow.
Hospital back in the 70s until they shut it down.
Yeah, and that's the most impressive part when I was reading this is that your dad was doing that until they decided to not do it any longer. He was still a part of it, still
Trying to help people.
Trying to help people. So and this is so cool. I've never heard it kind of phrased like this, but it's almost like your dad was like a healer or a shaman or like kind of like more of an older style. I don't know, like a new
You're a medicine person.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. He had he was learning a lot of Asian techniques and medicines and seeing how he can use them in the community. He got that from the barefoot doctors in China. Wow. Each one teach one. Teach each other how to heal each other.
Sure.
And methadone at the time was being backed by the Rockefellers, and that there was a financial aspect to that.
Sure.
So my father became a problem to them.
Right, yeah. He's cutting into the money, Yeah, and when you cut into the money, you're a problem, for sure.
Mopri,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mopri, I'm curious to, when growing up with Tupac and his rise to fame, tell us about what that was like being around that at the time.
Well, growing up, I had no idea he would grow to be the man he became. I could always tell he was a little extra passionate, extra, emotional. He had some extra juice in his tank. You know what I mean?
There's something special about him.
Yeah. Huh?
Like there was something special about him.
Yeah, but I didn't know what.
Okay.
Until the birth of hip hop, and at that time we weren't together. My father was underground on the FBI's 10 most wanted list, and so the families for safety reasons, we didn't have a lot of contact. But I knew he had to be doing music. He had to be. It was the thing. Growing up in New York, that's what was happening amongst the youth. So I always wondered, and sure enough, it just actually happened, and it was a charmed time in our lives. I was first to be blessed to make it in the game. Was on a hit record, and my baby brother was right behind me. So when he got on, I just continued to push him.
Is it true that were you first heard in a Tony song? Is that just internet BS? Is that true?
That's true. That was my first professional record. Feels good.
Feels good. Yeah.
A classic. It's a classic.
Oh, come on, man. That's still. I mean, that's a good ass song, and that would have been the first time that you heard Moprim.
Moprim, was your brother aware of the marketing behind his image and what he wanted to put out there? Was there any discussion with you about that and like, hey, this is what will be the most popular? Or was he just doing what he naturally did himself, or did he think about like this will be better for my success and the marketing of my image?
He would be trying to do what came. Pac was a genuine dude. Everything came from his heart. Everything was true. And then, the label will want him to do a photo shoot. And then they come back. It's like, no, you see what they got me in? You see how they got me looking? This ain't me. You know, you would have those as far as marketing goes.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to ask you about is because, like, you know, there's big business behind, you know, it was a different time. So it's kind of like you get under a label and you know, like big money behind this and, you know, the distribution of CDs at the time. And so, and they, you know, there's like people that are like, hey, this image is what's selling. You know, it's like we got to make you look like a gangster or make you look harder than you wanted to even look, you know, and like, and mold you into this product to put you out there. And you're saying that he was like, you know, he's about the music and not necessarily about, because that's, you know, and I'm sure you watched the Puff Daddy documentary, because I'm going to ask you about that as well too, and how you know, I listened to you in some interviews talk about P. Diddy and your conversations with him even after Tupac's death. And but even going back to that, like, you know, what was Tupac's feeling about how he was being portrayed?
Well, it was a constant work in progress because Pac was so creative. You know, when he first came out, when we started, you know, producing and putting stuff out, it was a lot of heartfelt stuff, a lot of stuff that was directed towards the health of the community. Brenda's Got a Baby.
Yeah.
Keep Your Head Up. You know, those types of songs. But that wasn't, you know, we're not a monolith. That wasn't the totality of Pac.
Right.
You know, they had no idea what was coming down the chute, you know? And so they were just trying to fit a mold for the time that would benefit the label as well.
And a lot of people probably don't know that Thug Life is an acronym. I didn't even know that until I started.
I don't know why I knew this.
Book.
I knew it. It was so funny. Like, I knew it before anybody, but I honestly don't know where I gathered the information to know the acronym Thug Life. And you and Pac created that together, did you not?
Yeah, me, Pac, and my father wrote the Thug Code when he was locked down. The hate you gave little infants fucks, excuse my French.
No, you're fine.
Everyone.
Yep. That
you know, people got the definition confused. Some people got the message. A lot of people didn't get the message. But, you know, the focus was to make sure people remember to protect the kids. Protect the kids. Because once, you know, adults start adulting, you know, kids get neglected sometimes depending on what's going on.
True.
And those kids are the ones that could turn into monsters. So, you know, got to look out for the kids, especially when they're young, the poor, the disenfranchised, incarcerated. You know, we root for the underdog.
What was part, and you were involved into living this at the time with the conspiracy theories that Tupac never died. And that was huge growing up. That
magnified by Machiavelli. You know, the connection there, that sort of, I remember all of my friends, it magnified the legend. It put a microscope on it because the old legend of Machiavelli rising from ashes or rebirth or whatever, it just amplified and everybody's like, oh, yeah. So he's fine.
Yeah, what was it like going through that, Mopreem?
Pac knew he was a legend. Pac knew he was a legend before he passed. And that's one of the reasons why, you know, the name of the group the name for the whole group, Outlaw Immortals. Outlaw Immortals. Because he felt like we knew that he would live on.
Live forever, yeah.
You know, Pac wanted to be the king of the game. And he made it there, and he knew it, and he wanted to be respected as such. You know, he felt like, you know, I'm fighting for the people. I'm fighting for y'all, so y'all should root for me. Y'all should cheer for me. Y'all shouldn't, you know, discourage me. You know, build me up, and I'm build up the hood because I'm on top. Let's do it. Let's get it.
Yeah.
You know, together. But everybody don't think that way.
That's true. It's hard to get a lot of people to be on the same page about things and constantly writing too, right? Like I've seen other interviews with you where you're talking about like the when we hear the term Tupac was constantly writing, it's very difficult. Like, we don't know. Can you kind of peek behind the curtain, give us a peek behind the curtain a little bit? Like, was he truly with a notebook in his pocket at all times, just jotting down rhymes at all hours of minutes of the day? Is that really how it worked?
Pac was a reader and a writer. A reader and a writer. He was quite prolific because he also actually wrote poems. He used to actually write poems, no music, a poem. Him and Layla Steinberg used to hold classes up in the Bay Area that hit him, and Ray Love used to attend and just practice writing poetry. So when it comes to rap, it kind of goes hand in hand, you know.
For sure.
But Pac would be on the plane. If he was on the plane, most times he was reading. He was on the ground, he was writing.
So in the book, to get back to it, and again, I was just on Amazon. Very easy for you to get your copy of the book as well if you want to.
Very, very easy. Very, very easy.
Yeah, scoop it up. And there's an audio version as well that's read by Mopreme, so that you might want to get that. I'm pretty into the audiobooks myself. You can get it right from his mouth. Speaking sort of that, do you think you will ever get, not to jump to the, kind of the end of this, do you ever think that you and your family will get the closure that you think you deserve on this? Are we any step closer to you guys being able to get an answer that will maybe satisfy anything? Or are we still just as confused as we were the moment we lost Tupac?
I'm a positive person. And the frequent answer that I give is that we gonna see.
Yeah.
We gonna see.
Yeah.
Because we didn't even know we would be at this point 30 years later.
Right.
My dear stepmother, Fanny Shakur, she pursued a wrongful death suit, was unsuccessful, and she was still pursuing justice for Pac until she passed. So we're going to continue that, being that a door is open, and maybe we will now.
Yeah. I mean, there's been recent developments, even in upwards of the last year, where things have changed and details have been unearthed. And so I think we all would hope that, even the millions of fans across the world that still listen to and are touched by your music, Tupac's music, the music you guys made together. I didn't know you were rapping with Big Psych. Had I known that, I was like, what? I love Big Psych. But it's cool. It's cool.
Thug like baby.
Yeah, man. That was. I mean, I'm 49, so growing up, I mean, you guys are all the CDs I wasn't supposed to have, and I bought all of them.
Yeah, man. Thank you so much. God bless you, bro. Which city you guys
We're in Orlando. We're in Orlando, Florida. You ever get it?
Orlando.
Come on.
Shout out to Orlando, all your peeps out there in Orlando, and all the fans and loved ones we got out there in Florida.
They're
because
here.
the fans is what got us on this path to justice.
For sure.
It's the fans that wanted to know. It's the fans that had the questions. And it's the fans that supported the documentaries, all the stuff that I've been a part of, searching for answers. And so shout out to them. Shout out to Orlando.
Appreciate that, man.
Mopreme, one last question for you. If Tupac never died, where do you think his career would be right now?
Wow.
Do you think he just always continues to make music? Do you think the internet has social media and they gets into that, or would he hate
AI music and just go poem sing? Would he say no, I'm just doing poems?
What's that song y'all remember back in the 70s? Ain't nothing like the real thing, baby.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing like the real thing. And the type of artist Pac was, he liked to express himself. That form of expression, I don't think he would ever stop, but I think he would do a whole lot more things.
Yeah, he's just
I
an
agree.
artist at heart, so he's just always going to be producing
Yeah.
art.
It's sort of a sad question in a weird way because
Yeah.
so creative and a true artist. It's funny. A lot of rappers come up, but Tupac's one of the only rappers. Think about this question. Name another rapper that comes up. Now, they're there, but they're normally younger. But Pac was one of the first true artist rappers that people would tell me, like, no, he's not a rapper. He can act. He can write poetry. He can, he can
got it all.
pretty much do anything he wants to do because he's a true artist. You know, Tyler, the Creator, another true artist. They're out there, but they're very rare. Pac was a true artist. The acting is what really blew me away. I'm like, good God. This guy can do it. And then he could be funny. Like, I remember the first time I saw Tupac was with my favorite rap group, Digital Underground, and I'm watching Pac dance.
Yeah.
And around a pool, I think. I don't know what video it was. It might have been Round and Round or something. I don't know. But it was one of those things that you're like, and people are like, no. He can really do anything. He can dance. He can act. He can sing. He could write this. He could write you poetry. What do you want? He can do it. That's not just a rapper.
Yeah.
That was part of the brilliance of Shock G. Rest in peace, Shock G. Because when Pac became part of the group, Shock learned all these things about Pac. He had been in Baltimore School of the Arts. He had already performed at the Apollo before he even got to Digital.
Wow.
So Shock knew that the kid was talented, and he kept giving him opportunities to shine.
Yeah. And you need those opportunities. So, yeah, shout out to Shock G as well. Mo Preem, thank you so much for the time. Again, is Amazon the best way to push people to get the book, or where would you like for us to tell people to get the book? What's the best way for you?
Hey, however I can get it. Barnes & Noble, Amazon, ThisThugsLife.com, MrMoPreemShakur.com. It's going down. Going down. Outside, as the kids say.
Exactly.
Well, Mo Preem, thanks so much for talking to us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, take care of yourself, man. Thanks for the time.
Man, thank you. Thank you guys. Thank Orlando. Thank Florida. Power to the people. Let's all stick together. Cop the book if you're bored. It's a good read. That's what they tell me. And I'll see you when I come through. I'll see you later.
All right. We'll see you soon. That is Mo Preem live from, I believe it's Pool.
Yeah.
Not very often you get to talk to Tupac's brother poolside. But I'm down for it.
That's where we're at in 2026.
2026. What'd you do today? I told my daughter. That's an interesting one. Maisie's like, because she's like her mom. So she's very polite, and she asks the right questions. When we sit down for our breakfast, which is disgusting, you would make fun of it. My daughter makes her own eggs, puts the cheese on them. She makes her own muffin cup. She comes over. She brings me a Mountain Dew. She does things for me. We sit there. She's like, what are you doing today? And I'm like, I'm interviewing Tupac's brother. And she's like, who's that? And I started telling her that it's Mo Preem Shakur, Tupac's older brother, who is also a rapper who wrote a book. She had no idea what I was talking about.
You told me when I graduated high school, if a genie came,
I love genies. I love genies. You know the weird thing about you saying genie, though? Black people hate genies.
They're
scary. They're very scary.
Yeah. White people love genies.
Yeah, white people love genies.
I always wanted a genie.
And it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
They
Genie's
give
too
her
close
wishes.
to the afterlife.
First, a million wishes. I'll always do that. Anyway,
I wish for unlimited wishes. Oh, would you go a million wishes or unlimited? Or is unlimited not allowed?
Too much, because I want there to be a limit. Because if I ever want to die, I'm just going to start 10,000 wishes a day until I die. You know what I'm saying? Until I get to the million.
How many wishes can you burn per day?
I think 10,000 micro wishes. Boom, boom,
You know what
boom,
I would
boom.
do? And I do AI to do this. Okay, follow me with this. Snake eating its own tail.
Okay.
You know how you need prompts for AI?
Yeah.
I have AI write the prompts for AI.
Okay.
You see what I'm doing?
Yeah.
I'm not even in the equation.
Yeah. It's just doing 1,000 micro wishes
So
a day.
what you do for your wishes is you just go, Genie, when the genie's like, what do you want for your next wish? That's my genie voice. Don't yell at me. And I'm like, I want you to do 1,000 micro wishes. Don't care what they are. Poof. And then they're done. And then I'm like, do another 1,000. Poof.
Anyway, if the genie came and said, in 26 years, you'll be interviewing Tupac's brother from his pool.
Mo Preem.
Yeah.
And you will have, and every time you go
from his pool. What do you mean? Like,
side.
I'm by his pool. Like, no, it's video chat.
Yeah.
And like,
he's
what?
poolside.
like Star Trek. We were like, yeah, Star Trek video chat.
Yeah.
And he's at his pool, and then I'm like, well, what am I doing? I'm like, you're in some weird business in Baldwin Park.
You're trapped in a business prison you've created.
Yeah. And then
And,
you're in your own
It's like
studio.
a business escape room you can't escape from.
And then I'm like, hold on, Tupac's brother's calling us from his pool.
Yeah.
And we're in our own
with
studio.
somebody on the side. Somebody on the side. Let's walk through this interview.
And I'm like, well, are we huge in the hip hop community?
We
And they're like,
are
no,
huge.
no. Well, no. Like,
Wait, Billy didn't tell you?
What?
Have the listeners not told you?
What?
Okay, secretly for the last 3 years.
Okay.
I've been seeding and doing the necessary groundwork for you and I to become two of Orlando's hip-hop heavy hitters. In fact, we are such Orlando hip-hop heavy hitters
Yeah, okay.
that we have been invited to Atlanta, home of Southern hip-hop, when the Atlanta Hawks play the Orlando Magic next week for Magic City Monday game. Where T.I.'s performing and all the girls dressed like strip clubs, like black strip clubs, and we've been asked.
Okay,
we've been asked to sit courtside with T.I. and his son King. Did you know that?
Well, yeah, you're just telling me now.
It's
I
a
didn't know
surprise.
that.
You and I,
Oh,
it's Magic
okay.
City Monday games,
All right.
Atlanta Hawks versus Orlando Magic. We're
All
going to be
right.
sitting courtside. All the women in the crowd dressed like strippers. Now,
All right.
there's one white guy in the NBA who hates this, and he's gone to war against it. He's like, it exploits women. And now every other fan of the NBA is like, shut the F up. Atlanta and Magic City Strip Club, that is as woven into the Atlanta fabric as lemon pepper wings, sir.
Okay,
You
all
do
right.
not take that from Atlanta. If the girls want to wear a tiny skirt and show out with that thunk, they are allowed.
All right.
You do not tell women what to wear, sir.
I knew one
That's
day.
actually a real story about
Okay.
the NBA player that doesn't want. It's the Orlando Magic playing the Atlanta Heat, and they do this thing called Magic. It's a tribute to Magic City. They're gonna have lemon pepper wings. T.I. is gonna be playing the halftime show. It's a whole thing. And
Okay.
this nerd is raising his hand saying, "This exploits women." These women, have you seen these women? They're commanding the night. It's their night.
Yeah. Oh,
The only
it's
reason I want to
amazing.
go is because I want to see those big, beautiful black badongs. That's the only reason to go. The Orlando Magic not playing that well.
God, I knew I'd be a hip hop influencer one day.
I told you would be. Is it your dream? Was
I'm
it
gonna
your
go tell
dream?
my sons.
Where does it? I mean, your son's a breakdancer. This is gonna move the needle a little bit. I feel like, right?
I think he quit.
I'll have to ask him when I see him.
All right. We
get outta here.
We will see you tomorrow.
All
Okay,
right.
that'll be a segment 2 for Thursday.
Yeah. All right, it was good. It was good.
You did your job. I shall let
Nice.
you interview. I was about to ask him about grit.
Tell me about grit.
I was about to do a long grit.
Tell me about grit, Uncle Ben's. Oh no, what have I done?
And then when you said Momar, I couldn't get it out of my head.
Mopar. No, you got it wrong. Mopar is the parts. Momar is a character. We created
Muammar Gaddafi?
No, Muammar Gaddafi. We created a character called Momar.
As you were doing the interview, I was like, "My God, this is going better than it
No, I wasn't. Did
No, it
you see
was.
me
I was
sweat?
like, no.
Did you see the sweat
Yeah,
come down
but
my
you did it. You did it.
But I died inside.
I was about to take it. I was like, I'll take this one, and then it was gonna go bad, poorly. You sweetened him up, and he liked you.
Well, I do that a little too much. I think people think I'm corny.
No, but it
Because
like
I'm
you know, it
leading
came
down
out
a
well.
path. I'm like, tell me about your dad. I want you to look good. I'm doing.
No, that's perfect.
I'm doing the job. I want you to sell books. I'm not having you on the
Yeah.
show to
No,
not
you
sell
were-
your
yeah.
fucking book.
Yeah. No, yeah, and that means something to him when he's like, oh, they read some in the book.
Well, this is a hard one because, like, I'll be honest with you guys. Every other interview you see with this guy, it's only with black people. I'm just throw that out there.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do a poor job on this. I want to do a good job, and I want him to understand that I love his brother, number one. Number two, the story of his father being an acupuncturist in New York City at a time when it was illegal, getting arrested for it. And then we didn't even get into his dad having to live underground for years.
No, I know. Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
Rick Ross still shouts out Matulo Shakur.
Okay.
His dad.
All right.
I mean, he's still hip hop royalty in the idea that in like Rick Ross world or like big thugsters will shout him out in songs and be like, "Hey, I know." I think the line in the Rick Ross song, he shouts out to. He shouts out to Matulo. I think it's Matulo. He's like, Matulo, I bet your dreads are down to the ground now. and then uses the N-word. Because he's talking about him living underground and not, and he's like been hidden, and he's growing his hair out. Like, I don't know. I just think that it's cool. It's history. It's history. It's real history.
So that actually.
What's the date on the Thursday?
Well, how long did we do? 20?
We did 25.
Okay.
26, really.
We could put it with D Nickel for tonight, and then do like, 20 or 19 with D Nickel, or we could finish.
You want to finish this one with voicemails?
Well, we got to call David now for the
right
job.
now.
And then after, or we could do a small one with Zane Hellberg.
This was going to be for tomorrow.
I was thinking, but we can.
No, that works.
If we only do.
I don't know how long Zane will be, but
19 with D Nickel.
I think we can get 20 with Zane just on Key West. Honestly, he seems like a talkative guy.
So if we do D Nickel, that could be Wednesday 1, and then this could be Wednesday 2.
Okay, that works. That works for me. I mean, I don't want to
If it goes too long, then we'll just push. Yeah, let's just see where it goes with D Nickel for a weird job.
I'll save this for Wednesday.
Yeah, just say Wednesday 2, and then if we go a long time with D Nickel, then we'll put that on Thursday.
March 3, 4, 26. Thanks for talking it out with me, because behind the scenes, guys, I've been fucking up this is like second time I fucked up the title of what we're doing in a week. And I had to come back and have Andrea drive me back over here to dump some files to KC at the radio station. And then I had a conniption fit and thought that I was failing the company. So I put myself to bed at like 7 o'clock. And anyway, we're working hard for you. Stressed out. ACT Wednesday. You wanted to make that 1, right?
The D
or 2. For
2.
Wednesday.
2.
Got it.
Hey, what's going on, dude?
25 mins.
Sorry.
To Barry Joe, there is an element of the cheesiness to me, but here's I think it's my anxiety of thinking that I'm going to do a bad job or maybe not have the person feel comfortable. We're never bringing people in here or having people on our show deliberately to make them look bad. And even with people that maybe even deserve it when they're in here, it's just not something that comes easily. So I feel like we think we need to do a good job.
With what?
With he was saying, I'm hard on myself about giving people compliments when they come in here, but it's my anxiety wanting everyone to feel comfortable in here. I'll get whatever you need me to do. I'll massage your feet, get you a drink. I just want you to be at ease because I want the best out of
possible
you.
Interview.
So yes, I'll throw compliments or I'll be like, "Oh, how you doing?" as icebreakers to try and make people feel good because I don't want them to be nervous.
That works. Yeah.
Sometimes it does, but it's become a thing where I don't want people to think I'm lying to them or that I'm disingenuous. You know what I mean? Like I'm fake.
When you do an interview with someone, there is something in the back of your mind like this is a trap, and they're going to try to
correct
ask me something, put me on the spot.
Especially when it's 2 white guys and one white guy looks like me with a hillbilly beard. Yeah. D Nickel, what's up, buddy?
Hillbilly beard.
Well, I'll tell you what just happened. We just interviewed Tupac Shakur's brother, Mopreem Shakur. But I look like I have a long white beard and I'm wearing a red hat. I look like the guy that hates Mopreem, right? I look like anti-Mopreem. I don't look like I look. And
you are wearing a costume.
I am wearing a costume.
And that costume puts you in a category for the most part if someone's just like, hey.
Midwest voter is what I look like.
Does this guy know Mopreem?
Now here, I'm gonna show you what I did. I'm gonna show you what I did, and this is the end of the warm-up, and then we'll start with David for a weird job. But David, this is what I did. I do have on a red hat. But it's not the red hat you think. I leaned in to show Mopreem my hat. What does my hat say? It says, "Love that Fox Brothers barbecue, Atlanta." Atlanta, black people barbecue. Let's do it. I had to lean in and show him my barbecue hat, and he knew. He was like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
He's just a fat bearded white guy that loves barbecue.
We do look like, now that I look up at the screen, we look like a white nationalist podcast for sure.
Yeah, you look like Nick Fuentes, and I look like Grandpa MAGA.
Yeah, I look like a white SWAT team cop.
Good warm up. You look like peak head stuff. You look like you look like you're in charge of the Department of War.
Yeah.
Okay.
This guy likes them young.
This guy loves torpedoing boats. All right.
All right. Okay.
Hold on.
Man.
You have one less Nazi tattoo than Pete does. Okay. Would you like to start?
Yeah.
Here we go. In 3, 2.
Welcome to Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. We're live on Twitch and YouTube, and we'd love it if you'd come hang out with us. Like, we do crazy video interviews that, like, they just pop up and then they happen, and you could have been sitting here when Tupac's brother rolled through, but you weren't. So you can sign up on YouTube. Just search for @TomandDanLive.
Also, right now at tomanddan.com, we have for BDMs only our $5 BDM shirt. What that is Danger Rain designed us a BDM shirt, and it's $5.
Yes, sir.
And when you get that shirt in the mail, it will have a bunch of different gifts in it from sponsors. Now we got a free bagel from Jeff's Bagel Run. Got some stickers, some other stuff, some surprises. We usually throw in some gifts for random BDMs. And then we have a BDM appreciation event at the end of the week on April 11th. Everybody will be getting their shirts the week before, like starting on like April 2nd.
Yeah, and we like it when you take pictures of them, when you wear them, spread them out on your bed, let us know you got it.
But the pre-sale is going on right now. It's 1 week only. Every BDM got an email. You still have time to sign up. If you sign up, just send us an email and be like, hey, I'm signed up. Can I get the information?
Oh, I'll go in and make sure you're good.
Yeah.
In
Or
the
you can
chat
sign
room.
up right before you buy the BDM shirt, but you have to be a BDM.
This is encouraging. In the chat room right now, Jenny V says, I ordered. I love the design this year. Glad you love
great.
it. I'll pass that on to the Danger Brands.
Yep.
It is cool. We're eking into a little more of a Florida style, the kind of the place that Tom and I always land.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes, if we pick the design, me and Tom, it's always Florida. 100% of the time.
Yeah. Well, it makes sense for branding. Like if all our branding, like it's just like it's easing into a lot of it is Florida adjacent. Because that makes sense.
Florida.
We're both born in Florida.
We love it.
We raised our families in Florida.
We spend a lot of time in the...
We'll probably die in Florida.
I mean, I'm guaranteed to die here. You maybe not. You do have there is the over/under on Colorado. There is some percentage points there. But for me, I'm already dead in Florida.
My sons are 4th generation Floridian because my
cool.
grandfather was born in Florida.
That's pretty cool.
Although my grandmother born in Canada.
Now they're the enemy now. What are you talking about?
Yeah. French Canadian.
Yeah.
But on that side, on my dad's side. On my mom's side, they're Missouri.
Is that why you have the French? What is that?
Mame.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
It's the fanciest thing you have.
Yeah. I was like, how'd you marry Papa?
That works a lot.
They weren't married that long.
No, but the mismatches work a lot, dude. That is
yeah.
a
I'm
thing.
like, what'd you have in common?
Oh, you should meet my grandpas. Oh, rough, horrible people.
Anyway, want to do some weird job?
I tried to write him a song. I got in the weeds because we had too many guest on, so we're going to have to go the original. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Weird Job Wednesday. Tom wanted to do a bit. He called it Weird Job Wednesday. Dan really likes it. Tom says that's bullshit. It's another Weird Job Wednesday. What are you doing? What is your job? Are you neat? Are you tidy? Or are you a fat slob? Do you make lots of money and you sit up in your tower looking down on all the people who are working by the hour? It's a Weird Job Wednesday. Just another Weird Job Wednesday. Oh yes, it's Weird Job Wednesday. Just another Weird Job Wednesday. Thank you, Tom. Thank you.
Weird Job Wednesday brought to you by Core Flooring right there in Winter Park.
Yes. Get your floors fixed, man. These things look horrible.
So on the line with us, old friend of ours, D. Nickel. How you doing, David?
I'm never less than outstanding.
So
That is true. As long as we have known you, I don't
Yeah.
think I have ever seen you, even when the chips are down, when you didn't have a smile on your face. You
Yeah,
have one of the
yeah.
best.
man.
You have one of the best attitudes naturally of any human that's in our friend zone.
yeah,
I feel like.
where does
love
that
it.
come from, David?
Oh man, shit. I don't know. I just love life, and I love God. You know, I know when I'm down, I have been down. I've been homeless, and God's come through. So, you know, I'm never all the way down. So I'm cool.
And Tom has the same relationship with God. You know that.
Maybe that's why I'm always down.
you got it. Yeah.
I'll do anything. It's hard for me.
No, you can always have a finer
So hard.
outlook on life.
Yeah, but Tom's not willing to take the time to set aside his troubles, take a moment
Oh,
to
God.
give his life to Jesus Christ. He's not willing to do that.
I'll give it away.
So you're never going to benefit from
I could
all
be
the
a-
blessings of Jesus dying for your sins.
I'll give it. Who do I need to give it to? And-
Too dumb for
So-
Jesus. Tom's too dumb for
and
Jesus.
then I don't know who to give it to.
Actually, write down too dumb for Jesus. That's a great T-shirt.
Well, I want to make the money. All right. David, so let's talk about what you're doing right now because you've always been in the entertainment business.
Mega hustler. He goes into the mega
Yeah.
hustler category as like
and-
this guy's a workaholic.
And by the way, David, how's your face and everything? Like, I think the last time we had you on the
Correct.
show, we talked about your injury. Is that all healed up and you're good to go?
Yeah, man. Yeah. The last thing, I just remember I didn't think I could sing and stuff for a while because the roof of my mouth was broken and the jaw and all that
Yeah,
stuff. But
yeah.
no, I'm good, man. I've been singing ever since.
Nice.
Awesome.
I'm rocking.
So let's talk
Yep.
about what you're doing now because I love, like, I follow you on social media and I.
Are we going to talk about the thing that I'm obsessed with?
Yeah, okay, let's start
Because
with that.
I
Because this
honest-
is a weird job.
And this is the one of the weirdest. I think that this is a market that no one thought of. That you are the only person that I've ever seen that has done this, and you do it, and it looks awesome. And I would like to book it for like our Christmas party, but David does a version of Santa Claus where he's like a hot, cool Santa with cool white hair and a cool white beard,
Yes.
and he's got six-pack abs and he's muscles, and he has a cool outfit. He wears like Air Force Ones and like cool pants, and he's like cooler than Air Force Ones.
Yeah, but it's like a red jumpsuit.
Yeah,
right.
and his name of the character is Lit Saint Nick, and you can book Lit Saint Nick for like a holiday party, and he is like like sexy Santa for the ladies. Is that what this is?
Yeah, I am the great grandson of the great Saint Nick. So I'm lit Saint Nick. So yeah, my character is the younger Saint Nick, and
you're there to get them sleighs wet.
And you know this,
Yeah.
man.
I'm about to get your sleigh wet. I can say that. There's nothing wrong with what I'm saying.
I'm going to punch your prison bags. I don't know why I said that.
I'm gonna punch your prison bag.
Your prison bags. That's what your
I
prison
thought you were having a stroke. Tom turns to the camera and says, I'm going to punch your prison bags.
all your big prison bags. Present.
So there is a real character that you do in the California and Las
Oh,
Vegas area
God.
where you do a sexy Santa Claus DJ show, and people can book this for their holiday party, right?
Yes, sir. Yep, I do. I DJ. I can sing songs. Perform songs live. And I could, yeah.
Can we get
Basically
this
it.
for our holiday party?
Of course we can.
And I'm gonna do something just for you and me.
Well, I mean-
This year's holiday party is me and you, and only the side chicks. No men allowed.
Okay, all
It's
right.
me and you,
Yeah.
just the side chicks, and Lit Saint Nick is and we'll just sit back and drink some beers and have the ladies have a good time. And we can just watch. We can just watch.
Okay.
Because the guy mediums complain too much, and I'm done with you.
Yeah, you're right.
The T-shirt we just put out, the brand new T-shirt, Danger Man's been slaving on, keyed up BDM in there. He's like, I like the key design better. Well, you don't have to come. You don't have to
All
come.
women
Yeah,
now.
All women.
So,
I like that.
D. Nickel,
I'm
let's talk about performing for women because you've been performing. I mean, for
Primarily
everybody.
for women, though.
But there's a and some of your background has been this, but it's like performing for women.
He was a Chippendale. Were you not a Chippendale?
I was the lead singer for Chippendales World Tour for 8 years.
And
That's a long time.
So what has it been like performing for like the majority of the time a women audience? Is there some downfalls that we don't see? Or is it always like they want to have a good time, so it's like it creates a good time for everybody?
It's an awesome time. I mean, there's probably no better time because girls are wild when they get together and just have fun. So it's a bachelorette party, all girls birthday parties. They can let loose because they don't have their dude there like looking at them or looking at them straight. Just like us, if we want to do something and we got girls there, there's some things that we just don't feel comfortable with our girls being there. And so when they're there, and I don't think most girls realize when they come and well, just say for instance, Chippendales. I don't think they realize how it would affect them physically and scientifically.
Yeah, like a lot of girls think that they're just going to go there. I'm not into that. But once you get there and the weenies...
it takes it over. There's something that takes them over.
Yeah, once you get there
right.
and you're
it really does.
Yeah.
It literally does. And these girls just turn into wild. If they don't go straight home and bang their dude, they're banging somebody.
Yeah,
so
they get ravenous like that movie.
They really do.
Where that movie where the village ate all the people.
Yeah.
you get that pedophile was in. Ravenous. The movie that the pedophile Ravenous was in. The red-haired pedophile guy.
Yeah.
Ferris Bueller's principal. That guy, the pedophile Ravenous.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it does. It affects them. But I love it. I love performing. I love performing for anybody. You know that, like anybody.
No, you do though.
But it is a lot of fun when there's just more girls there screaming and having fun.
Tom asked a question to me when we were talking about you. Obviously, we're getting prepared. We know you're coming on, and we were trying to figure out if you need do you need the audience to enjoy performing, or do you just naturally love performing? Because I have seen you perform for one person, or I've seen you perform for thousands of people. So does it matter
every time?
Does it matter to you, or is it just the same?
No, man. No, because I have a pride in myself, and I love performing. So it doesn't matter if there's a girl, or if it's a guy, or guys, girls, if they're 80 years old, if they're 6 years old. I love making people react or getting a reaction out of people, and I feel like that is my ammo, because I'm not doing it for myself. I genuinely want people to feel something. Like now, I've been doing a lot of senior facilities, and
cool.
we're doing some communities, the 55 and over communities, and like senior facilities. Sometimes it can be rough, because like I did brain damage one time, and they're just kind of looking at me like,
you're either doing a worm and there's something like weird. Yeah, you're doing a shirtless worm with a heart on, and there's a guy drooling in a wheelchair.
Literally.
Yeah, there's a guy drooling in a wheelchair.
They're in wheelchairs. They can't move anything. Yeah. They're slobbering, but you can see it you see them get them reacting to something.
Inside there, yeah. Yeah, inside there, Backstreet's back all right.
Their hands. What?
No, I'm saying inside his brain, like he's drooling and he's moving the chair a little bit, but inside his brain, Backstreet's back all right.
Right, exactly. Yeah, these ladies, they like, and guys, like they'll tell you, like the people that work there will tell you, oh my God, he has not danced or moved or anything.
Oh, he's never moved his body, baby.
And it's like, you just brought him out. Like, they'll tell you when you do magical things with these old people, the seniors and stuff like that. And that's amazing.
Jonathan has been staring out a window for 6 years. He's never done nothing, baby.
So, David, just to go back to talking about the job of being an entertainer, and a lot of people know the corporate side of it, like you get hired by a company and now you work for them. But you've done a lot of this on your own.
Oh, he's always been independent.
Yeah, created your own business, and let's talk about what you're doing now and what it takes to run a business like you're doing and getting bookings
And you have other people that work within, because don't you have a cast of people that work with you, right?
Yeah, I have a full show now. The entertainment business is tough. It's really tough because you never know when your next gig is. You're praying that somebody's going to call and ask for you to do a gig. You got to hustle. You got to just be out there and just try to find work, period. Sometimes you just got to make work. Like, you just got to do it. Like this job I'm on Friday. So I think you guys have seen the boy band remix. I finally, after 15 years talking about it, got it up on Las Vegas
Nice.
for a whole residency, a year residency last year, 2005. And we won Best of Las Vegas for, which this is funny now that we just talked about that, but we won the division of Bachelorette Party Show to See.
That's awesome.
All right. That's awesome, though, man. You
yeah,
won.
no, it's totally awesome. We're honored because in that category, we beat out Chippendales, Magic Mike, Thunder from Down Under.
Wow.
Like, we beat all them. So that just makes my day, because we're not a strip show. We are literally the first official boy band review show in the whole world, like a Motown review. We do all the hits from NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, New Kids on the Block, Boyz II Men, New Edition, blah, blah, blah. And we beat all them. And that just makes my day. So now I just made this gig. So I got hired to do pre-shows for New Kids on the Block and Backstreet Boys here.
Oh, wow.
They're here in town.
Yeah.
So Hard Rock hired me to just DJ and karaoke, boy band karaoke.
Oh.
Well, I turned that into hustling them to let me do my show in there. And in my head, I'm like, okay, if we can do our show, it'll be the first time we're on the Las Vegas Strip, and it will show them that people will come to see the boy band show, and we can try to force our own show in there. If they see it and they say, oh, these guys brought a whole bunch of people, and they're loving this is a fun crowd.
Yeah.
All the girls and guys, we get a lot of guys, too, that come in and they sing all the songs, and it's fun. So I didn't force them. I kind of just created this lane for us to get into in hopes of securing a little residency on the Las Vegas Strip at Hard Rock Cafe.
There you go.
It's Friday night. We're not doing our full production because our full production is, we need a theater type thing.
Yeah,
or a club.
lights and costume changes and a bunch of bodies moving around.
Yeah, I have 12 costume changes.
Yeah.
I got 5 guys going on and off stage the whole show. It's the most energetic show you've seen out here.
Full dancing, the real choreography. They're singing and dancing. They're not just taking the half-ass in it.
David, it's great advice to anybody out there listening to
He said create your lane. I like that.
Well, how to parlay opportunities into what you want. And don't look at so someone gives you an opportunity, you're like, man, this is not the opportunity I wanted this. Well, take that opportunity and then try to mold it into what you do want. Don't just look at it like, hey,
it doesn't
this is
seem
not
possible. Number one, it doesn't seem possible, so a lot of people don't even try it.
Yeah, they're like, I'll just do that.
Because they say, the non-David Nichols will say, well, that's not possible. I'm not even going to entertain it.
Yeah, they'll say no. I won't even ask them or whatever. It's just like, no, let me convince them. Let me say this will be better, and I'll know. But he believe it.
You have to. I mean, that's what I did. Number one with the boy band remix. I was talking to you guys about it in 2007, 2010.
Years ago. Yeah, well, other people hadn't copied it then. There are people copying it now. You know about them. I won't. But
there's some bands that go around singing, and they're not nothing like us. We do a full production. They do like a band thing. So that's
but it's
good.
cool that you were one of the first to say like, hey, this is going to come back around. This type of music. And primarily,
I was definitely the first official boy band review show because I did it in 2012 when there was nothing. Because when we were talking about, there was nothing. There was nobody, and I did it in Germany in 2012. So I have the honor of being the first official.
It's pretty cool though, because that stuff's bigger than ever now. I mean, you got boy bands that are basically eating into your bottom line because a lot of these boy bands saw you doing it and went back on the road.
Yeah, that's true. And it's fun. We're finally now, like I said, we had it up for a year. Now we're looking to do other opportunities, running around doing casinos. We're doing theaters. We have these two communities coming up. I literally just got a call to do Avi Casino in Laughlin, just Prim in Prim Valley out here. Corporate events, like it's growing. And the funny thing is, now I got it going out here, and I want to move to Orlando.
Come on back, we'll have you. Come on back.
But my plan is to build the East Coast. My whole plan from back in the day, my management plan was the Chippendales. They have a Vegas show, they have East Coast touring show, they have a world tour. Like I want multiple shows, so I made my show, able to do that. So now I got to go to Florida and build my show down there.
An Orlando boy band review show would work.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, absolutely.
With the tours,
Yeah, that would 100%. I would go personally, since I'm such a dinner theater junkie. I'll go to a boy band dinner theater and eat roasted chicken and drink unlimited beer. I will do that.
Heck yeah, man. I did the research, and I'm looking out here. I've won awards. I beat a bunch of shows out here in Las Vegas. There's 3,000 freaking shows you can go see a night out here. I looked down when I came down there a few weeks ago, and there's no regular residency show besides those dinner shows, Medieval Times and Pirates and all those.
Our chat room is weighing in, and this is our buddy Ryan, and he's like, you don't hear him talk very often, but he's a clever cat. He says you could even do it almost like no different than like Dolly Parton or Pirates or any of this. Make it a story. You could have a villain. You could have a fat actor play Lou Pearlman in your show. And he's running around.
I do have a part that I do some stuff with Lou Pearlman.
Yeah, you gotta have an actor.
I call him Dirty Lou, and I make a whole crowd. I say every time I say Dirty Lou, you say boo, Dirty Lou.
Boo.
There you go.
Give me my roasted chicken.
Awesome.
Where's my beer? Where's my unlimited?
and then you put on silk boxers and you're flopping up and down. I'll do that.
That's part two. That's after Dirty Lou. Then you do the flop down.
Yeah. And then you pay extra for that, and we go in the back where we could create an empire.
Okay, real questions for real people. Do any of these old ladies that you're in the convalescent home trying to do some good because you are a good Christian man, and you're in there jumping around, you're performing a little, I drive myself crazy in sync. And do they get handsy? Do these old ladies need to be like? Do you ever get in these sticky situations where next thing you know you're
they're grabbing at you?
Yeah.
I'm in their room. There's your facility. No.
Oh my God, let me close this door.
No, they give me some flirting and all that stuff, and it's fun, man.
Yeah, I love your abs. Are you on testosterone?
Well, has anybody, D. Nickel, gone too far in a show in your career?
Oh God, yes.
Oh yeah.
Jesus,
that's what Tom wanted right now. He's so relieved.
It just wasn't in the senior facility, not yet. But no, absolutely. I think I told y'all about when I was in South Africa. I was like, Jesus Christ, you think they got wild animals? You see their women.
Oh, yeah. Then they're attacking you, and you just let yourself
you gotta let yourself go.
You just got to give up, and then...
You got to play dead.
It was... Man, well, yeah, those are stories.
Oh, Tom, this is what you want, right? You want the uncensored, nitty gritty D Nickel dirty.
D Nickel's been on the show, and I think he's told some of these, but and
he's
then
also got a family now. It's a different angle. This is a family man now.
Yeah. But you're not stopping the show if there's someone grabbing at you. You swat it away and keep performing. Right?
He's a pro.
Oh, I just keep going.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Just sing right. Sing right through it.
There was one when I was in, I think it was Sweden. No, it was Switzerland. And a giant woman just, you know how if you're trying to lift something, or somebody, you got to squat down so you can just pick them up.
Yeah.
Well, this giant freaking Swiss woman picked me up. You know, I'm only 5'7.5". Picked me up. I'm dangling. My legs are dangling. I'm singing a song. I'm trying to get a girl to bring up onto the stage, but this woman just wouldn't put me in a bear hug in the middle of the air like I was just like her teddy bear. And I couldn't do anything. I'm looking at the guys. Like,
I love that. I love it when
I'm like, take me
I
now.
can't walk. I can't get away.
I love it. This is how I met my wife. I like it when big women hold me down and do things to me. I love to torture me, big women.
Well, David, thanks so much for taking the time to talk to us. Again, how can people email you if they want? Like, speaking of Florida and building, building networking down here, put out your email.
Yeah, you can hit me up at D Nickel Music. That's DNICOLL Music. Or you can just go to my website for the boy band remix. It's boybandremix.com.
There you go.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Hey, good luck with it, man. I really hope you get something going in Orlando because it would be really fun to see you again, hang out.
Absolutely.
I'll take Andrea to a boy band remix. That'd be fun as hell, man.
Yeah.
That'd be really.
it'll be so much fun, bro. You guys will have a blast. And I look forward to coming down there and catching y'all at your things. Go get some barbecue.
Yeah.
I
Let's do
can't
it.
wait for the season comes back and get my hair white and my beard long.
Let's do it.
Do some lit St. Nick.
Yeah, Lit St. Nick coming to Orlando soon. My man, love to the family, and thanks for taking the time with us, okay?
Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Take care. God bless.
All right,
Thanks,
man.
David.
Be good.
All right.
David Nickel.
D. Nickel.
Good Christian
man.
Good Christian man.
All right, let's take a break. We'll be right back with more corporate time. Cool.
We did it.
Although I think it was too long to combine Mopreme, so we'll put Mopreme to Thursday,
Okay.
and then we'll do Zane Hellberg for Wednesday too, if that makes sense.
Zane is now
He's in 15
in
minutes.
15 minutes. Okay, cool.
Um,
And so I'm gonna move. D Nickel is Wednesday 1.
yeah, D Nichols Wednesday 1, and then
first at 4.
oh yeah,
I'm writing all these down. That's why you saw me freak out in the middle. I had to go in and get Mopreme's curses. Yeah, 2, 4, 25, 1. Get that. Now I'll take the other one and make it Thursday. And then we'll have 1 for Thursday with Mopreme. And then
you can put it for Mopreme. Put Thursday too.
Thursday too.
Only because we didn't do a welcome back or a welcome to. We just
I just kind of opened it cold.
yeah. So we could do a cold open. I mean, or we could do the first segment and then just
you can do that. I
say
mean,
we're
whatever you
coming
want
back.
to do, it doesn't really matter to me. I mean,
I guess it doesn't matter.
Thursday 3/5/26 raw audio. Got that. Save it. Going to Wednesday. Grab our Monday. 2.
Welcome.
That's 1. 2. When we. Okay, that's 2. Copy that. Put that in Thursday. Change the name to Thursday 2. Maybe it'd be better to put it for 1 and just do the cold intro. You think?
Yeah, that's fine. Because
It's not going to fuck anything up because it's not.
we have an intro, yeah.
And then it just goes into me talking. So
and then in the intro we'll talk just about hey, we're interviewing Tupac's brother.
Let's do that.
That's fine.
Okay, and then Wednesday, let me delete this file. 2. Okay, let me delete that one. All right, cool. And then is the other guy Zoom or phone call?
Good question.
Is it on the calendar that Tracy
I'm
sometimes
looking
puts
right
the
now.
details in the?
It's Zoom.
Oh, okay, great. Good thing. Let me go reset that then with a new meeting.
And then let me get some more questions here.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you, Tracy. Oh, my God. Let me pee real fast. You're still on Twitch and everything.
Yep.
Zoom is ready to go. I'm just going to pee real fast. So stiff.
And Zane's going to be at West End. Saturday, March. Saturday, March 14th.
Zane Helberg. Why don't you introduce Zane and call him Mopar?
Drink.
Oh, wow. We got really high marks from Mopreem and Billy's folks.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, it is good. He said it sounded great. That's good. Those are tough. I get really nervous about stuff like that. I shouldn't. I don't know why I shouldn't get nervous about anything.
Well,
I've been doing this so long, and my intention is always I'm always trying to do a good job. Why do I get so fucking nervous? And why has it stayed consistently the same until I'm 49 years? It's just going to stay like that until I die.
well, if
It's
he
never going to change.
Josh Allen throws up before every game.
Yeah, that never will change.
No, he'll always throw up.
He'll do that until
Until
they
he
decide to
retires.
get him out of the league.
Now, here's the thing. He'll be out of the league by
3 years.
like he's got
Right.
4 years if injury happens.
Yeah.
He'll be a young man still. Though.
He came up in my thing. That's why I'm saying 3 years.
Do you continue to get nervous as an old man podcaster? Like if Josh Allen was able to play till 88, is he throwing up? I think he stops.
Well,
He
no,
stops
I
at
think it
his
becomes your
60s.
process. I think it becomes your process.
He's
And-
like, I ain't nervous anymore.
well, you're not nervous anymore, but you still do it. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
and
because
that's
you're
even
used to it.
worse. That's even worse. That's a waste of energy. Edric 757 says, no lie, I thought my stream was frozen for how long Tom sits still. Yes, Tom is a still boy. If Tom, here's something I'll bet you that
I was trying to read.
Here's something I will bet you that no one can disagree with me on. I can put Tom, and what he's wearing is perfect. If he has the jeans, the gray sneakers, and the black polo on, I can put him anywhere in your house, and you'll never find him for hours. Anywhere. He could be standing literally in your kitchen somewhere, but he'll blend right in like a predator. right into the background, never to be seen.
Well, don't call me a predator.
Well, not that kind of predator.
Oh, the alien.
You're
Oh,
a
yeah.
business predator.
Ah.
Well, yeah, like the. You know what? There should be a delineation for those type of predators. Alien predators is what we should call them. Merchman says he gets nauseous before every event he does. Christine, I would like to go see Alabama Shakes in Clearwater. I bought Charlie Crockett tickets for Dr. Phillips. Did you see those were launched this morning? So I got my Charlie Crockett tickets. And I picked up decent seats. It's in the Walt Disney Theater, so I'm excited about that. Oh, you got a BDM shirt. I love the BDM shirt this year. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Oh, yeah, Christine, get on them now. They're selling out really, 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 really fast, and then we can all go. We can all go together to see Charlie Crockett. Danger Brains did a great job on the shirt this year with the Pirate Gator Man. PP Sprinkles, Kara. I wish we could come to a show at the Cave too. I will be in Nashville in spring break. That's where my family has decided. Although Maisie might be fighting me on this. She's more stuck in her ways than her daddy. She wants to go back to the cabin. But we should be going to Nashville over spring break. I would love to see a show. I want to hook up with Logan. And I want to go to the Grand Ole Opry. I want to go visit the Ryman. I want to do a lot of historical stuff around Nashville. I want to eat at the best barbecue. I want to eat at the 5 best barbecue restaurants in that area. Oh, do you need the code? I can give you a code. Hold on. Let me get my Charlie Crockett code. Let me get my confirmation code for Charlie Crockett. Your password is CC2026. CC Charlie Crockett 2026. CC 2026. I didn't give you that. See if that works. Yeah, I want to go to 5 of my favorite barbecue restaurants, or 5 new or interesting. Well, they don't have to be barbecue. 3 of them have to be barbecue. I want to see a show. I want to go to Grand Ole Opry, the original Ryman site. I don't know. You'll have to tell me the other stuff. I guess the caves, I got to see that. Plus, I heard the sound there is pretty awesome. Yeah, I've got to hit a hot chicken joint. That'll be one of them. Maybe just one of them being straight Southern food. Maisie likes pimento cheese, if you have any places that...
All right.
Or pimento-y.
Okay, let me pee. This is perfect. His Laugh to Live whole thing is a pretty interesting story, so we'll just go with that.
Cool. Meat and 3? Yeah, meat and 3 is pretty much what my kid is becoming. She is meat as it gets. And the more I teach her about cooking, the more I honestly may have fucked her dance career up. Because she's getting more into cooking. We do some cooking. We cook. And she enjoys it. And it almost makes me cry, but she will turn to me while cooking and tell me, I love cooking. And it makes me so fucking happy. Oh, you can tour the Ryman. All right. That sounds terrific. Yeah, and Kara, you'll know all the cool little places that me and my family will enjoy. There's a Dolly-themed Airbnb. May would be into that. We didn't do it because of price, but we almost, just for kitschiness and fun, we got a deal from, it's your house. That's hilarious. We got a deal from going to Dollywood. They started they started putting out special deals on the Dollywood Hotel. I'm sure you've seen it, but it's super dollied out and really like corny looking, and some of the rooms look absolutely ridiculously hilarious. And we were like, should we get a crazy Dolly Parton hotel room? That'd be fun. They have like a Dolly Parton guitar-shaped pool and shit. It's awesome.
Where is this? What?
At Dolly's Hotel.
Oh, yeah,
She
yeah.
did like a little resort. It may be a Pigeon Forge, so we won't even be there. But it's cool because it's like a little. It's like she did like. It's funny because she did like the resort treatment, but in the mountains. So she
Okay.
did like the slides and everything, but it's all her. And
All
it's
right.
good. Her stuff's good, man. Dollywood was awesome. I very much enjoyed it.
So with Zane, we're gonna shoot for like 18, 19.
Perfect.
Because that'll be Wednesday too.
There's a save. I reset. He should be on now, actually, momentarily. I reset Zoom. That's what I don't like about these pills. Look, there he is. I've got a bad memory, but this has magnified it. This is maybe I'll go into
Yeah.
a room with Maisie. I'll be like, hi. And then I'll just freeze. Let me see if Zane.
Hey.
Hello. How are you? Hello.
Hello, hello.
How
Hey,
you
thanks
doing?
for the time, man. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me on, gentlemen.
Yeah, no problem.
Anytime. I'm actually a woman, so
No.
off to a bad start. This is Florida,
Hey,
man.
You got a bad doctor, my
Yeah,
man.
I know. I'm real bad. I go to Dr. Santa Claus. All right. Would you like to start
Yeah,
this
yeah.
one? All right. Here we go. I love your hat, by the way. As a gentleman who
Oh, yeah. LA all day, baby.
Yeah,
Let's go.
that is I'm an Atlanta guy, and we're performance enhancing drugs. Atlanta. We're already losing our players. Haven't played a game. We already lost our pitcher. He's 100 and what did he get? 182 game suspension for being on the juice. All right, we'll talk about that later. You start.
Yep.
3, 2.
Welcome back to A Corporate Time. On Zoom with us right now, he's going to be at the West End Live Saturday, March 14th.
Yes, sir.
You can get your tickets at drinkatwestend.com.
This is a great venue for comedy. It's also a venue owned by our buddy Paul. Paul William. We love the dude with all of our heart, and it is a gym inside of Sanford. Sanford by the minute is getting cooler every second of the day. It gets a little bit cooler, and if you haven't been to the West End venue and checked it out for comedy, well, this is the show to do it.
Comedian Zane Hellberg is on the line. How you doing, Zane?
I'm doing fantastic.
Hey, thanks for being here.
Absolutely wonderful today. I got my wife's Gene Kelly poster in the back.
Let me get a shot
You
of
know,
that.
just
Let me get a shot of
representing Los Angeles.
that. You got
Hollywood.
married in
We're very
Key West.
excited.
You got married in Key West, did you not?
We did get married.
I can
in
tell
Key
by your
West.
mustache you got married in Key West.
Now, I have
Hey,
been...
every day. I was told that women like this mustache, and that's why I grew it. But
I
every
like
day, you know who really likes it? Guys.
I do like it. I do really like it.
Every time.
But I saw, I normally when we have comedians on, I'll load up their Instagram. I go immediately to your Instagram. I see this awesome photo of you at a place only my business partner has been on multiple biker runs.
Yeah.
This guy,
Hog heaven.
he knows his way around it.
That's right.
And-
That's right.
and I saw
Hog
photos
heaven. That's
of-
what my wife calls me, and so I was like, we got to do it over at the bar.
It was so funny though because it's just these two, and you guys are like good-looking young people at a bar that you would only find guys that look like me, like basically like old.
That's right.
Midwest.
That's our fetish. Women, we'd like to find women who look exactly like you and bring them into the fold.
So, Zane, I from researching you before this interview, you have an awesome story about performing in rehab facilities, and I want to talk about Laugh to Live and how you started that.
All right.
So, tell our audience how it all started.
Okay, so I'm a sober guy. I'm an ex ridiculous drug addict. I don't know if this is the face of a man who's been
No.
through some stuff.
No,
How bad,
your
Zane?
skin is awesome, man.
When you say ridiculous drug addict, how bad? Because sometimes someone like will say what they're doing, and I'm like, well, I do that.
Yeah, because we're
Well, you're
drinkers.
a ridiculous drug addict.
We're drinkers,
Well,
and
hold
I don't
on.
know what to tell you.
Yeah, I'm a Florida drug, like the Florida drug addicts,
are we
California drug.
talking Andy Dick?
Okay.
Andy Dick has 7 holes in his heart. That's as of this morning. Andy Dick said he has 7 holes in
Yeah,
his
that's
heart.
a drug
That's
addict.
a drug addict.
I got out when I was 28, so I was on my way there. I drank and used every single day for 12 years. I was
Oh,
a
wow.
blackout drunk, and then I did every drug that you had. I did. Unfortunately, I was too broke to really get into a heavy cocaine addiction. You know, that stuff's expensive.
Yeah.
But I did it all every day, one way or another. Something was going into my body to make my life absolutely miserable. And in November 5th, 2012, I quit everything. Haven't had a drink or a drug since.
Congrats.
And in 2017, dear friend of mine who ran a hospital in Encino, California, asked me to come do stand up in their rec room. Thought that was a terrible idea. So hey, but you know, he was gonna throw me a couple bucks, and I don't know if you know this about detox facilities. There's free ice cream at every single one of them. So you sit in there in the rec room, and they're just always a large freezer full of goodies. So I was like, all right, we'll go eat some free snacks and tell some jokes to some people who are kicking drugs. So me and a group of guys went into this hospital, and it was called the Serenity Treatment Center, this detox facility, and it was a Friday night, and there was 2 people there. There was one older woman in a wheelchair nodding off like this, and every time a joke was told and she laughed, she would just go, huh. A little head nod. And then there was a kid or a young man sitting on the couch eating ice creams. And we did a show for them, for 2 people. And afterward, that kid said, hey, man, I've been trying to get off heroin for 3 years, and I'm sober right now. He's like, I've been sober for 24 hours or 48 hours. And he's like, and I had a good time, and I didn't think I was going to be able to do it. I genuinely had fun. This was a fun, funny show. Thank you for coming. And me and my friends were just like, okay, at least you had a good time. This was the weirdest show we'd ever done for people.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it touched me at that time. So I looked into doing more stand up in drug treatment facilities. And that started in 2017. By the end of the year, that was my full-time job. I was going up and down California doing, 20 to 40 shows in rehabs, in the living room of a residential rehab at 1 p.m. for 6 guys, or the graduation ceremony of a rehab in Santa Cruz for 40 people, and everything in between.
That's tough.
And
Yeah,
it was tough. They're
That's
tough crowds. It was
hard
really
crowd.
hard.
yeah, but
It was really hard.
But that's a way to gain some insanely tough reps.
We're obsessed with reps. I'm sorry. You're going to hear that word a lot, but we're the reps guys.
No,
we're
no.
like, you got to do the reps. We're those guys.
If you want to become a good fighter, then go to the Russia and train with the craziest fighters, or wherever the hell
Yes.
Khabib is from.
Yes.
And, you know what I'm saying?
No, I agree.
You go to a hard-ass
I agree.
place and you do comedy in a rehab facility, you get tough. And then when you step into the normal world, you're killing,
Well,
because you're like,
also-
I came from rehab, from people that were nodding off.
Also, the environment,
Yes.
even just going in there, am I correct in assuming, and please correct me, when you go in there, were you always having to go okay, I'm going in, and the mood is going to be bad, and the first thing I got to do is change the mood? Was it that dire, or were these people more?
No, yes, 100%. I mean, think about it. You're sitting in a rehab on 1 p.m, and the activities they have you do is spiritual yoga, or journaling, or goal setting, or affirmations. And then they're like, all right, and after that, we're going to have some comedians come in. You're expecting a raw motivational thing that's happening.
Yeah, maybe
And
a
so
Christian comedian that is coming there to do some light knock jokes,
Right.
but mainly God. Mainly God.
Right. And so quickly I had to be like, hey guys, this is the speech I use today. If I don't do these very often anymore, but it's like, hey guys, we're not here to offend you, but we're drug addicts. So we're going to say crazy things. So if you have an issue with that, maybe talk to your counselor about it tomorrow. That might be the perfect time to handle this situation. But we're gonna do our regular acts. We're gonna tell crazy jokes, and we'll be in and out of here in 45 minutes. Can you handle that? And then all of a sudden, it's like, all right, we're ready for an actual comedy show, and then it's still an uphill battle.
Do you think, like, obviously it helped you being a recovering addict, right?
Oh yeah, now I mean it's been, oh God, it's 9 years now that I've been doing comedy in and around this space, and now I just know that crowd. And now, like, starting in 2019, I started touring the country. And what I would do is I would rent a small space out, and then I would call rehab owners or sober living owners, and I would make them buy groups of tickets to bring their people out, and or their clients. And so then I started, performing in larger spaces at nighttime. And then all of a sudden, you go from having these guys be like, upset that I'm there in their living room in the afternoon they had this feeling like, oh, we just got over on the rehab owner because he brought us to a wild comedy show and he didn't know that was what we're signing up for.
Yeah.
So they get really excited when they're out at a club getting the crazy, because you can tell drug addicts drug stories and they relate in the same way that you can tell husbands and wives relationship material and they relate.
Yeah.
So like you can go crazy in these scenarios and be very vulnerable. And those crowds ended up becoming the best crowds I've ever played for. And I do a show once a month in Woodland Hills. It's free, and it's through a company called Stairway Resource Center, and they put a show on every month. There's 300 people there, and it is crazy. It's the best crowd, the best show in Los Angeles, and people come through there and they're amazed that they do so well. But it's all these people who are, they're coming together, being able to laugh and have a good time for the first time without putting drugs and alcohol in their body.
It also is the first time I think I've ever heard a comic tell me a story about them performing on stage where they were actually, no offense to any of our comedy friends, we have tons of them, but like where they're helping people. You know what I mean? Like it's weird to think, like, I'm not even trying to really joke.
Laughter helps everybody,
does,
but this specifically.
But this is weird in that, like, these people, I don't know, I don't even know what I'm trying to articulate here, but it's interesting to think that you are giving them something and normalizing them in a way, because being labeled an addict by yourself, right? Because that's, I hear in most things that's a first step, right? Is knowing yourself that you are an addict. That's not a fun place to be, I don't think, when you have to slap that label on yourself and be like, I know what I am. But what you're providing for them is the ability to be like, yeah, I know what you are. I was one of those too. Let's laugh together. That's a whole different.
I appreciate that take from me. I started this and continue to do it just because I want to do stage time and I like the crowd gets me, so I never come to it from an angle of like, I want to help some people. Like I'm not that altruistic, but that's very sweet of you to recognize that they are probably getting an added benefit that most comedy audiences aren't getting.
See, I was going to go the opposite, and like, this is a brilliant business move because
it's a bad business move. This is not bad business move.
Well,
I don't know if you know it or not, but alcoholics are fucking broke.
I guess you're right. Yeah, you're picking up a bunch of people down on their luck that don't have any money
in one room and locking yourself in with them. Yeah.
But you know what?
There were shows where I would be in Nashville, and I talked to these companies, and they say rehab is $1 billion business. That's like a facade. All these companies, especially the good ones, are broke. They're trying their best to work with people's insurance. They're spending a lot of money to help people who don't have insurance. So I'd be doing shows for people who would be homeless if they weren't living in these treatment centers. Right. So I'd be doing free shows, just like barely getting by for years. And it's just because it was fun to do, and I wanted to grind and I wanted to do stand up. But I mean, yeah, I did a show for like 40 homeless people in Nashville, and it's like you can't charge those people money.
Yeah. No, and addiction in our society is such a huge problem that we ignore. It's insane because I'm not joking. I think addiction has touched just as many friends or family as any sort of disease has. You know what I'm saying? Like in this, and then if you put it on a spectrum of like addiction touches everybody. We're all addicted to our phones, addicted to food. Like there's a many of addictions.
I'm addicted to porno.
Yeah, porno.
Real bad with the
I
porno.
can tell.
Yeah, I'm real bad with the porno. I know you can. I know you can.
Yeah.
Well,
And,
I'm wearing my addicted
Zane,
by porno shirt, which my
I was
wife.
gonna ask why your beard was so white.
Well, every time you jack it, one white hair every time.
Zane,
I'm like the spawn of jacking it.
You know-
Eventually, I just run out of,
Yeah, you didn't mention this, but did you go to a rehab facility when you recovered, or were you able to do it differently?
No.
Okay.
No, when I recovered, I didn't even realize or understand or think that there was a rehab, or that sort of situation. So I did it on my couch, I did it through 12-step stuff, and I wish I wish I had known more about like treatment centers, but I just toughed it out.
So, Zane, right now, like you're obviously touring around, and like I'm always kind of curious to people's mentality of how to grow their. Every comedian has their own small business, right? Your brand and your small business. And I know you got a podcast, and it's like, but now everybody's got a podcast. So like
including us.
Yeah. So it's like the market is saturated with content and stuff, and like, so what's the business plan moving forward for yourself?
Well, so I shut the door on the Laugh to Live business model for good in what's it 2024.
Okay.
On my birthday I shot a special. I taped my hour, and I called it Live from Rehab. It's on my YouTube. It's great. If you want to see what that act is,
Thank you.
You can check it out on my YouTube. It's just under my name, Zane Helberg. But the plan now is luckily I am the executive producer of a really popular YouTube show called The Kevin Lang Show. It's wildly popular. It's the number 34 YouTube channel in all of the United States. It's a game show where we guess the imposter. It's awesome. It's every Saturday at 9 a.m. on YouTube.
I was
And then I'm
watching you
also
guys play Cards Against Humanity. That's it, right?
So that's our second channel is the channel that I'm on, and that's more of our hangout, debrief, play games and dick around channel, and that's also very popular. So I'm growing that particular business, and I work for Kevin Lang.
That's awesome.
And he's an amazing person to produce with. He's an amazing writing partner. He's a hilarious and very skilled host. And so being a part of that team is allowing me to grow my following. And so when I'm in Florida, the people who are coming to see me are all fans of the show. And it's a very different audience than the rehab audience. I'd say that right now.
Yeah. That's cool, though. I mean, it's cool to see somebody. We meet a lot of, I hate the term influencers, but I guess it is what it is now. But you meet these people, and you kind of, you try to figure out what they're doing, and you might be one of maybe two people that have ever said okay, yeah, here's the plan, very casually, this is what I'm doing. Do you find that what you're doing takes on, since you are producing, are you taking on a true old media style producing role, or what does the role of a producer for Kevin's show really entail?
So yeah, I mean any sort of producer is in any situation in the entertainment industry does two things. They manage people and they fix problems. So all I do as a producer is I hire the right people and I make sure everything gets done properly. And then on the other side, because we're a small team and I'm a comic, I also have this other skill of being able to write funny bits. So I put the game together for the guys to play, and I work with a casting director, and we write and design a show for them to actually play and guess. So those are the two areas of my job.
That's awesome.
And then I get to play around, like play Cards Against Humanity on the other channel, and that takes no producing. That's just a bunch of guys hanging out, having fun, making fun of each other. So that's the easy job, the easy channel that we do.
Gotcha.
And with the YouTube, it's all marketing money, right? Or is there a new thing? I
No,
don't
it's
know
all
about?
based on views, you know. So like the more views you get on YouTube, uh the more money you make per click or per view, you know. And it's like it's not like it's not a way to become a billionaire, but we have a solvent business, and it's working really well. And everyone's my full-time. I have two full-time jobs. I produce that show, and then I run my comedy business.
That's awesome.
And stand up, I saw in your biography that there was a time you cut back on stand up and you realize like this is not the route. Like, and most stand ups I know, they tell me like, well, I'll always do this. Like, this is what the base of who I am is. I love doing it that much that no matter what, I'll have other jobs, but I'll always come back to stand up. You feel the same way?
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. Like, I've been doing stand up for almost 18 years, and the first 10, it was open mics, 3 to 5 open mics a night. And the second 10 years, there have been periods where it's like lessened, the amount of shows I'm doing or the amount of dedication I have. Like, it was around like 2014 to 2016 was a big transition for me, trying to figure out how I was going to fit in Los Angeles. And I wasn't doing as much stand up. It became like a weekly thing as opposed to a daily thing. And then that's like it, that more than anything ruined my life. Like, stand up is my medicine. Stand up is the thing that I would do this for free for no matter what. Like, if it's something that I love so much, and I'm just so blessed that I get to actually make a living doing it. And and even more blessed that people are willing to come see me on the road. Like, not a lot of guys get the opportunity to do that in their life, so
Yeah.
I think that everything serves for me that getting on stage, so I'm working on the YouTube shows to further my following so I can get more stage time, and everything else is that exact funnel.
I love
Well,
that.
speaking of that, again, West End Live, Saturday, March 17th. Drink at westend.com for tickets.
Thank you for coming to Florida. Like it's getting
I'm
cool people to
excited.
stop into our little boot of a state.
Yeah.
Because it's so damn hard to get here. A lot of bands don't come here anymore. A lot of comedians don't come in anymore. I thank you for doing it, sir.
I mean, there's a lot of people in rehab here, too.
Oh, this is it. If you want to revive that,
Yeah.
maybe can we
Oh.
franchise? Can we franchise that?
But they got no money.
Yeah,
He's
go
already
ahead.
said it.
Yeah,
There's
he's
no
right.
By all means, good luck.
Zane, thanks so much, man. I really appreciate it.
Appreciate it, man.
All right, thanks, guys. Talk to you later.
Yeah,
See ya.
take care.
Zane Helberg, again, is going to be at the West End,
Yeah.
West End Live.
There you go.
All right, we will see you tomorrow.
This is the cold. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Well, I'm
turning everything off.
I need to learn how to end faster. I realized, like, I'm going to start winding down, but the wind down is 5 minutes.
I thought you did a great wind down because you were like, well, speaking of that, you can see this guy. I thought you did great.
Okay, yeah. But you
I
know
know
what?
you did great.
Sometimes
We went a little heavy on the attic stuff.
Well, there's a lot of a story. Is
Yeah,
that know? So it's like well, just like Nate Bargatze, you catch someone on their rise up, you never know what the hell to ask them because they haven't done
Now,
as
is
much.
that is what? Which one is that?
That's Wednesday 2.
Wednesday 2. All right, I got it.
So
And then
D
he
Nichols going to be
cursed.
1.
And he cursed at 11.
Yep, he cursed at 11. Now, do we go and finish the old?
If you want to, we got time. And I got voicemail messages.
Yeah, let's Thursday.
I can do it.
Yeah, let's just finish Thursday because tomorrow we got 3 Love Thy Neighbors back to back, and then we got Joe from Fairvilla, and then some others, it's just more and more. And then if we get
More, you motherfucker. Get him in here, Joe. Faster. Talk about the dildos, Joe. Go.
Mo Preem Zane. What's on this other?
We got Zane Mopar here.
Tupac brothers. This guy. This go.
Tupac's got it. Tupac's a drug addict. And my Joe's here. We're at the high top table. Blow my head off. Joe says she has tables. We can borrow them. No, we can't. We don't have anybody who have a truck. What do we do? God, don't get bags. Blow your fucking head off. Fuck you. That's my freak out. That's what my mind sounds like. Trying to make Tracy laugh if she's in there. All right, you're going to do some voicemails, and this is for Thursday, 15 minutes for Thursday, too.
Yeah, just 15 of voicemail.
All right, why don't you bring us back? Here we go. 3, 2.
Welcome back to A Corporate Time. Let's do some voicemail.
Yes, sir. I love hearing from you guys. If you have a voicemail message for us, we would love to hear from you. Just get our app. It's free. All of our content's on there. BDM content's on there. ACT content's on there. All of it. And there's a little button that says mediocre messages. You just tap it. You speak into your phone, and you can leave us a voicemail message. And you can also call the number 1-844-866-23263. Oh, my God.
844-866-6326.
Yeah, there it is.
Also, our BDM Appreciation Week is coming up. Right now, we have the BDM $5 T-shirts up for pre-sale. We also have some pre-sale hats, some BDM hats, and you got to be a BDM to buy both of those, but it's at tomanddan.com right now.
Yep.
We have them pre-sale up for 1 week only, so definitely order that if you are a BDM because you'll get some extra gifts, and then we'll have our BDM Appreciation event April 11th. And again, all the information went out. But if you do sign up at tomanddan.com, you will get that information.
Correct.
You just have to be a current member. There's a love meter. It's $1.95, $10.95. You choose what your monthly fee is.
Yeah.
And that will make you a BDM member. You'll get the, the private events that we're doing.
Yeah, come hang out with us.
And the Appreciation Week and the extra shows every Monday. We've been doing that for 12 years. So
There's back catalog is huge.
I mean, we've got some chatting with the masters from all types of characters from back in the day.
People we don't even talk to anymore.
Yeah, there's a lot of back. I mean, you can search our app through.
I think we
all
got
of it.
one with Shannon Burke.
Yeah.
That guy did some stuff.
All right, what voicemail?
Also, Jeff Howell has 2 L's. We know. We know. Okay.
Hey, listen, who cares about that? We're trying to do it.
You don't need to tell me. If you took the artwork for the BDM party and no, I won't even get it. It makes me so mad. It just makes me so mad. We know. All right, voicemails. This was a blast from the past voicemail that I walked in here one day. One of the first things I do while I'm sipping my coffee is I'll check the voicemails. It's an easy thing to do. And I got this one, and this one is wild. This guy, we have to get this guy in here because this guy's crazy.
Hey, fellow rockers. This is a delicious cosmic voicemail for my brothers, Tom and Dan. Hey, it's me, Eddie the Shaman, coming to you from another galaxy.
I'm just going to pause it right there. He's coming in hot. He's coming in hot. That's extra hot. That is like 1999 Eddie the Shaman energy.
Yeah.
He's coming in with Jim Phillips. Still had the little tattoo on the side of his hand. He's coming, and Jim Phillips is still riding a bike. Moira was still on the show. I mean, Eddie the Shaman's coming in with 99 energy, man. That's too much energy.
I've also never heard of someone speak like when you insert someone's, like a robot inserts your name, where he's like, coming in very hot with Tom and Dan. And he went back. It was like, was that an insert? Was that a pre-recorded insert?
It's worth hearing again.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Hey, fellow rockers. This is a delicious cosmic voicemail for my...
And by the way, this is how he talks in real life. If you meet him at an Applebee's, do you know they have a limited edition flavor of Mountain Dew that you can only buy at Applebee's? Did you know that? There's a limited edition Mountain Dew flavor that you can only get at Applebee's. So I have my wife trying to find which Applebee's in Orlando has it. Me and Maisie are going to go drink this impossible Mountain Dew.
Limited edition Applebee's Mountain Dew?
It's a limited edition Applebee's Mountain Dew, only on draft. You can only get it on draft.
I got a Mountain Dew on draft.
Yeah. Well, it's out of the machine.
Oh, okay.
But
Oh,
you can't buy it in
fountain.
cans.
Fountain.
You can't buy it in bottles.
All right.
I call it draft because I'm an adult. I know I'm not a baby.
There's a fountain.
The fountains are for babies.
Alcohol.
The fountain's for your beehole. I don't draft. Me and Maisie, we drink draft Mountain Dew. He continues.
Brothers Tom and Dan. Hey, it's me,
Right.
Eddie the Shaman, coming to you from another galaxy, sending you peace, love, and of course, inner Tom and Dan. Have you channeled your inner Tom and Dan today? Remember, Dan, why, I knew him when he was just a small child, but now he has a small child. And Tom, I remember when he was, well, he never really acknowledged me in the halls, but it was still cool because you know something?
Look at that. Look how people still throwing.
How dare you?
Well, you are not a very nice person. You're not. You're not
What do you mean,
outgoing.
no,
You're
no.
not a very nice person. All of this voicemail just to say that you are a bad person.
No.
And me
Well,
and Eddie the Shaman.
I never ran into Eddie the Shaman that much, and if I did,
You did every day.
No, not Eddie the Shaman.
Every week at least, if he was appearing on the file and we were switching, he'd pop in.
No, the file came in the afternoon or the
Doesn't
morning.
surprise me that you turned a
No,
blind eye to it.
I never ran into Eddie the Shaman. I used to listen to Eddie the Shaman on the film file, and if I did run into him, I'm like, oh, cool, Eddie the Shaman. I would never, like
I don't know.
He
Truth's
was
coming out.
He was higher in like the broadcast royalty than I was.
Then
when I
Druggy
was
the Bear, are you crazy?
Yeah, no, that's what I thought.
No.
I mean, in the mids, once I started doing whole citrus bowls,
that's what you got. Cocky the Bear. Have you ever heard of Cocky the Bear?
Yeah, that was better than everyone. And I was like, oh no, you fill a citrus bowl?
Yeah, what do you do?
I didn't fill
you
it.
just got a little satchel full of patchouli? Get out of here, hippie.
I was just a clown. The monster trucks filled it.
I personally met both of their wives before they had their babies. Not that I was any part of it. I was just the host. But I just want to say I love you guys.
Aw.
Keep booming, keep going, and most importantly, peace, love, and Tom and Dan. By the way, once again, Eddie the Shaman, your cosmic lifeline. Shaka!
All right. Yes.
It's we've been blessed.
So
So Eddie, thank you for the voicemail. We're happy to hear from you. We need to get you in here for a chatting with the masters because your story needs to be told.
yeah, I don't know how Eddie the Shaman started with the Phil's file. Have we had Eddie the Shaman on the show
No.
before? God, I feel like we did, but maybe I'm wrong.
I don't think we have. We've
Yeah,
had
yeah.
Wanzi on.
Yeah.
Did we ever have Doug
No.
before he passed?
No.
I don't think we had Doug, and I'll never forgive myself for that.
Doug.
Doug was funny as hell, man.
No, I know.
That guy was
I know.
freaking one of the funniest humans in Orlando. Doug Bowser, as his stage name went. But that dude, one of the single funniest stage. That guy made me laugh so hard at the Parliament House one time that I thought Andrea was going to have to carry me out. I've never cried laughed that hard. I can't even tell you the jokes he was saying because they were very inappropriate.
You know, okay, do other podcasts, like traditional, like I know we're a podcast, but we're a hybrid between talk radio and podcast, I feel. Like the new school.
We are a podcast of an old school style talk radio show.
Yes, yeah. In the fact that we will have characters that are just listeners come on and they'll enter on the show.
Kenny the pervert.
Yeah.
EJ the fat guy who's delusional about weight loss. Who are the other ones we have?
Cadillac Pat and all the other
Cadillac
characters.
Pat, Fernando the rapist.
Yeah, no, he's but there's just all these listener characters that will integrate.
Pedophile Chris.
Do other like new school podcasts have any of that?
Yeah, some.
Okay.
But this style of podcast that we do,
Because we do way more content than the traditional
the
podcast.
style of show that we do is not. Younger people don't want you to intro your thing and start talking about whatever. They have less of a commitment to the nostalgia that is the two hosts in the area. They just want Logan Paul being interviewed by the guy.
It's mainly interview.
Yeah.
But then there's some comedian podcasts like let's take
Well, that's different though. See,
Matt
I think
McCusker.
See, I think
and
that's different
Gillis.
because that's
just two guys talking, but they don't ever really.
now. I have a different vibe on that, and you tell me if you what you think of this argument. I know that I remember back in the day when our good friend Carmen Morales, the big LA comedian, was in here.
Yeah.
and she was talking about, her podcast, and we were talking about all the comedians that have podcasts. And I made a joke about how, get on out of here, podcast is your comedians. And she kind of pushed back a little bit with me about like, hey, there's room for everybody.
Yeah.
And whereas there is room for everybody, I believe, one of the things that always irked me about podcasts were, especially with big name comedians, is a lot of them wouldn't put time into their podcast. They would just use their stand-up name to gather viewing.
Yeah.
And I always hated that because I would listen to their show and it didn't seem like they truly wanted to podcast, hence the reason why I said what I said. Because I'm like, you don't even want to do this. Why are you doing it? You're a stand-up guy. Do your stand-up. I truly love doing this. I don't do stand-up. But I do love talking into a microphone to small groups of people about things that I find interesting and then having a conversation with them. I love that.
No, I know.
It's my main
well,
thing.
This is our art. If you want to say it's art or performance.
So I guess
it's like the talk radio aspect of it. Yeah.
But I do take not offense. That's too strong. But I do look, if you're a comedian, great. But if you do a podcast, I don't automatically think it's going to be good. And I think a lot of podcasts have been hurt because the name of, if Nate Bargatze says I have a podcast, then he's automatically going to double, he's automatically going to quadruple the amount of listeners that he has over.
Because you're famous.
Because he's famous. And I don't necessarily think that works out all the time.
Well,
I don't think it does.
He may not be a broadcaster, if that makes sense. If that's an old traditional term of like there is an art behind broadcaster, which the stand-up comedians, they have the most of their reps is stand-up, and they are funny people, so they can sit in a room of other comedians and just talk S with each other and it'd be funny.
Right.
And that's a form of podcast that is popular, right?
Right.
And a lot of people like that. But they're not necessarily broadcasting like that. I wouldn't call that talk radio.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So like we're doing more like our spectrum is more lean towards talk radio and we do a little bit of like two guys talking S, but it's always it's
grounded in our world.
The backbone of it is broadcasting and not just, I guess, like comedians, because I wouldn't label ourselves as comedians.
No.
Although
back in the day, maybe I would have, because I've written comedically and I've written jokes for comedians. But I'm not going to label myself a comedian.
No,
I've never said that.
It's weird.
I don't even like saying entertainer.
No, it's weird that we don't though, because if you break it all down, like our show, the intent of it has always been to make people laugh.
Only, yeah.
So
it gets us into trouble sometimes too.
So we've made a career, like we're not reporting the news.
No.
We're not talking about like in-depth sports stuff or getting out information for the most part.
We're not talking about the submarine. We're not talking about Iran.
Oh, yeah. So it's like really our main intent for all of the content we put out is to make people laugh.
That's my goal.
So
100%.
If that's our goal and we've been doing it for 20 years.
Professionally. For money.
Then we have to be, by definition, professional comedians. I tried to make this argument to my family the other day because I tried
to get some weight
with
the boys. I do this with Maisie.
I try to tell my sons, I'm like, your dad is a technically professional comedian, and Crystal scoffed at it.
They always do.
Yeah.
Andrea does too.
But I'm like, think about it. If we break it down,
like, your mother's a project manager. You know what that is? She's a nerd baby wrangler. She's a nerd baby wrangler. That's what a project manager is.
Yeah.
All she does is babysit nerds. Your dad has to use his mind. Your mom, she just gets out there and poofs her titties around. Well, I don't know why I said that.
Yeah. But then if you ever say that, like if you're a professional comedian,
I would never say that.
I would never say it either.
I would never say that.
But by definition, I believe
too many comedian friends to say that.
Yeah. But we're not stand-up.
No.
We're professionally broadcasting comedians. You could say that.
Is that even a term?
No, it's not a term.
We're just I think we have to go with just comedic broadcasters.
Yeah.
Broadcasters. We're just broadcasters, which is lame. It's lame. Broadcasters is lame.
But we make all of the money from comedy.
Well, technically, we make the money from the sponsors. From the commercials.
Well, BDMs, they pay us,
Yeah.
but I don't know what for.
Like, oh my God, I can cut all this out. What are we doing now? We're just supposed to do a segment. And then now we're just like explaining to
What are we
people
doing?
why they shouldn't listen to us.
Well, what are we doing? I think we're doing professional
Okay,
comedians.
I'm switching the subject.
All
I
right.
got something. I got an emergency I got to talk to you about.
All right.
And this
Well,
is
we
a
gotta go
perfect-
fast.
Okay,
All
well,
right.
we got a little bit of time. The bandage on my left hip is a big, fat, saggy diaper, and I'm going to have to, something's bad happening.
Oh, what?
I got a big diaper on my, I can't even show it to you, it's so disgusting. They put a bandage on there you're not supposed to remove. I'm not supposed to remove this thing until Monday, and it's already, like, it's about, do you remember in your heroin alley house when you had a swarm of termites, and there was a hole in the wall, and you put your finger over it, and then the pest control guy said, put a piece of tape over it, and your days are numbered. You literally, it's a ticking time bomb. The swarm is going to poof out. I have a hole in my bandage. Like it looks like it's about to start, that at any moment my bandage could explode, and I don't know what's in there. And it's like a big, wet, warm. It's
it
a
shouldn't be
big,
wet.
hot, and it's red hot. I have a red hot, saggy diaper on where my hip.
Now, does this have anything to do with the listener who said that Dad died from a hip
could have
replacement infection?
It could have something to do with
they
they implanted the seed thought of me dying from a hip infection into my brain.
Yeah.
And I've now convinced myself that I have an infection diaper glued to my hip. Yes.
Now, did you look it up on the internet? Because that's the best thing to do.
I took a picture of it. I fed it to ChatGPT.
Yeah, what did they say?
He said, "Uh-oh." No, it didn't. No, it
said normal?
It looks like I'm going to have to change the bandage early.
Okay,
Because it shouldn't get to the, I guess there is some oozing this is gross, man. I guess, as your body heals,
get some oozing. That's normal, though. You get some normal
not
hip
to me.
oozing.
This didn't happen last time. First hip didn't have this. I didn't have no diaper on the side of my hip. And last time I had a broken bone, and it was 8 extra weeks. Last time I had a bone dry bandage when they took that bandage off, that bandage looked brand effing new.
Okay, no
My
oozing.
bandage now looks like the dirty diapers you find at Walmart parking lots when you're walking.
yeah.
You don't go to Walmart. When you're walking to Walmart, you always look around.
I've
There's
seen
diapers
it.
everywhere.
Yeah.
It looks like I have a dirty diaper.
It's all thick because
and it's hot.
okay.
And it's and you can touch it with your hands. It's like when you touch it, it's like it's a hot diaper.
No, everything's
No,
fine.
man.
Everything is
man.
totally fine.
I don't know, man.
Because when people have something serious, you're just you know what I'm saying? Like you can't. I saw this thing. I saw this thing with this person describing. They were trying to put out a public service announcement of like, hey, if you ever have these symptoms, make sure to go to your doctor. And then they went on to describe an ridiculous amount of pain and suffering they went through for like 3 weeks, where things were black and rotten, and they were like fainting and passing out, and like the symptoms were so absurd that nobody would ever just be like not go to the hospital or a doctor because of this. It wasn't just like I felt a tingling and it turned out to be stage 5 cancer. This was like obvious that you needed to go to a medical facility emergency.
It's like the people that have the distended belly for 9 months, and
Yeah,
then they're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
you were pregnant the whole time.
Yeah. I was like, of course,
Yeah.
this was a symptom that
Yeah.
wasn't easily ignorable. Anyway, you are fine.
I have to keep telling myself that.
Yeah,
Do you
yeah,
know how
nothing's
hard
wrong.
it is to talk to Tupac Shakur's brother while you have a diaper glued to your hip? Do you know how hard it is to
An Uzi
concentrate?
diaper?
It's so hard to concentrate on anything. I just want to tell them, anybody we're interviewing, Zane Helberg, the comedian,
Tupac's brother.
Mo Preem, Shakur, Tupac's brother. I want to stop them and be like, hey, your book is all great. And I think I'm dying. I have an infection diaper glued to my body right now, and no one's helping me. Help! And I would start screaming, help. Help!
You're fine. You're fine. All right.
All right, should we get out of here?
Yep, we'll see you tomorrow.
All right, I thought I'd just tag that on
That's
the end
funny.
to be stupid. All right, we did it.
All right, that's good. Then that's Thursday.
Yeah, I just got a little bit of editing and we're golden.
And so do the editing, and then I'll come back and we can do the intros for Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah, because I said titties at 12. All right. We can do the intros right now. if we
Okay,
want
yeah,
to.
yeah,
Yeah,
let's do
because
it.
this will be done in just a second. And then I'll edit, and then I'll just get it all. Because the names are good. The only time I don't like moving is when we're doing naming. I just like to almost freeze and like, what is it? Name it before we get out of the room. Because then I won't fuck it up. On this medication, it's better now because every day I lose a pill. Like I become like one less medication or something.
Yeah.
But that day it was Tuesday afternoon. Andrea brought me here. I was sitting here. I couldn't even remember what the fuck I was doing. I was just sitting here. I was like, I don't know why I'm here. I have nothing. I have no...
Well, also,
No brain.
if you think you are dying from an infection, your anxiety
Too high to think.
Yeah. Well, it just keeps erasing your memory every second because that's in the back of your mind. So your brain can't do two. And I'm sure this was happening to me, you can't do two things at once. Like you're constantly distracted by your anxiety in the back of your head, even though you're not.
You know the
conscious
only
of
thing
it.
that fixes it? Doing the show. If we get into doing the show,
then you forget it.
Yeah, then I can detach from my own
That
life.
or alcohol.
Yeah, unfortunately. Guys, I guess I can turn this off now because that's it, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Guys, have a good rest of your day.